What can Deontay Wilder do in the third rematch? Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome. Something right in my throat. And welcome to Truth Hurts Boxing. And this is your boy Breezy. And I just want to go into exactly what it says. What can Deontay Wilder do in this rematch? And it looks as though he's going to invoke the rematch clause. And for anybody, you just think, just walk away, build yourself back up. And try again next time. It looks as though he's not going to be doing this. It looks as though he's going straight back into the rematch. It looks like it's going to be a summer fight as well. A lot of people are obviously dismissing it, and rightfully so, because it was so comprehensive, the last fight. But let's go through what Deontay Wilder can actually do. Because, you know, like, he's not going into the fight without any type of chance. So what can he do? And the first thing I think he should do, and it's all right to look at hindsight, and that's what I'm doing now. But one thing he needs to do is bring better coaches in. Okay, so it's the easiest thing to say, blame the coach, nothing to do with Deontay Wilder, this and that. What I'm saying is he needs, it's a little bit like what Tyson Fury has with his coaches. Anthony Joshua's got it with his, with Rob McCracken. You kind of know that they're the coach, they're the guys that dictate a lot, the game plan, everything like that. Whereas I think, just from the outside looking in, it looks as though Deontay Wilder dictates a lot. He tells everybody, you know, what needs to be done, and it's just kind of like, when you've got that equaliser of a right hand, it can make you a little bit complacent when it comes to the game plan. So yeah, that'll be my first thing, bringing somebody in that could actually help. And kind of question certain things with Deontay Wilder that could actually help him in the next fight. Number two, so for me, I think Deontay Wilder, one of his best chances is acknowledging that you're the smaller guy in height and weight. So what I mean by like height, so I think Tyson Fury is 6'9", I think Deontay Wilder's 6'6", 6'7". Both tall guys, but Deontay Wilder's not used to having a reach advantage over anybody, and for somebody like Tyson Fury to have a reach advantage over you, when a lot of the time he's leaning back, he's rolling punches, you're never going to be able to hit him with all your full power. Like the two knockdowns that from the very first fight, they weren't fully clean. They weren't fully a Deontay Wilder clean Dominic Brazil type knockout. It was nothing like that, because you can't catch him in that sort of way. So for me, I think, and this goes to what I said I think that the coach that comes in has to teach Deontay Wilder to go down, go into the body, like work the body a little bit, keep your head out of range, so easy to hit. Stop trying to do the 1-2. We've seen with Klitschko try to do the same thing with Fury as well, and he had problems with it because he's taller than you, he's longer than you. So you're not going to be able to hit him with the right. He's just going to be just that distance away. I think he clocked him in the first round, but it wasn't full. And that's because of height. That's because of awkwardness. So I'd be working on, if I was getting a coaching, I'd be working on the body, coming from low and then going back up. So hitting down and going back up again, and working on those type of punches, and stop relying on that one punch. Which brings me on to the next one, is not to rely just on the straight right. You have to have a variety of punches. Can he do that now? That begs the question. But I'll be looking at punch variability, if that is the word, variation. So punch variation. So a lot of the time it was just 1-2, 1-2 in the corner. There was just, you know, back him up and 1-2, 1-2. There wasn't any sort of, you know, go into the body a little bit, dig him out a little bit, give him a hook, drop a hook or whatever, try to push him back. Telling him in the clinch, he's getting you in the clinch, you're going to have to try to bully your way back in. There was just no information apart from relying on that number one punch. So hopefully in the next fight there's more variety. That's what he needs to look into. Another thing, if you're going to have any chance against this, like Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, you're gonna have to put on a little bit pounds. You're gonna have to put on a little bit more weight. You're gonna have to work on, and I'm talking about another 10 to 15 pounds. To get to around about, like say, 245, 250. You can't allow yourself to be balanced on the clinch. You can't allow yourself to be underbalanced or overbalanced by Tyson Fury's sheer size and will pushing you forward. You may well have to lift a few more weights. You might have to, you might have to slow down a little bit. But the most important part is that you'll still have the same power, if not more, and you won't be bullied around. You could kind of see in the press conference, the final one, and I think Deontay Wilder grabbed him and pushed him, and Tyson Fury didn't really flinch. And then I just saw the push Tyson Fury gave, and he went kind of flying backwards. It was really easy, and I just think to myself, and this is why these two got respect for each other. I think Tyson Fury sees it as like, I respect this guy. He's doing this at 220, 230. I'm going to come in as heavy as I can because this guy is dangerous and he could knock me out. I'm coming in heavy to make sure that none of these punches knock me out. And it's the same with, maybe, this is what I'm getting at, maybe there is respect from Deontay Wilder, but not enough. This is what happens a lot of the time. And I was listening to Andre Ward, and a lot of the time the mystique of a puncher means that that's all they're relying on. So if you notice, and it's kind of good, obviously he went in there a lot calmer, but there was no more like that transformation into the bronze bomber on weigh-ins and this and that, and the sort of, I don't know, kind of like the anger, and I'm not saying bring that into the ring, but there was kind of like an anger and I'm ready to go. Ever since that first fight, he's had Dominic Brazil and Ortiz, and he's been very calm in it because he knows he's had that equaliser and it's worked both times. And I just think that's why he had this quick turnaround, because he's kind of like, I'm ready now, I'm going to knock him out because I've got this one punch. So maybe fully respecting Tyson Fury, that, and admitting it, no matter how your shape looks, but just admit that he's bigger and stronger than you just because of his size. And in the ring, that is absolutely vital. And yeah, just in general, I think Deontay Wilder, you can't see any way for him to win the rematch at all. But these are, for me, the only ways that he can actually make it a fight and potentially knock him out. You've got to put more weight on. You've got to look at different trainers to give you punch variety as well. And you just literally got to just look for a little bit more than you was before. And that's what I think. I think going forward, Deontay Wilder, it's not the end of him. He already said himself, he doesn't mind if he's not scared for his O to go. And I think that's telling. I think that's important. So he can pick himself back up. I disagree with a lot of what Dillian Whyte's saying. I'm a Dillian Whyte fan as well. I'm a massive. I find him absolutely hilarious. But when we're talking about resumes, and Dillian Whyte's now saying, this is what I would have done to him and stuff like that, and he's been ducking me. I mean, he's fought Tyson Fury, and now everyone has to realise, when they keep saying that he's ducked him, he's ducked this, when you fight Tyson Fury, that means you're not ducking anybody because he's the best heavyweight. So if I was Dillian Whyte, I'd probably start looking at my own record and think, my biggest wins were Joseph Parker. What would Deontay Wilder have done to him? And Derek Chisora, what would Deontay Wilder do to Derek Chisora that David Haye hasn't already done? And then the most famous one is that you got knocked out by Anthony Joshua. So I like Dillian. I think he's unlucky. I just think he's coming to an era where there's bigger fights to make rather than him fighting. Maybe he needs to go over to the USA. Maybe he needs to have a fight there. Maybe he should have been fighting Ortiz now in the USA, so everyone knows who he is. So yeah. So there's been a lot that's been going around, everyone laughing at Deontay Wilder. But what I would say is just remember he's faced Tyson Fury, so he's not ducking anybody. So yeah, you guys have been listening to Truth Hurts Boxing, and I'm on to the next one. I'll see you guys later.